Welcome back, everybody, to the Las Vegas Raiders franchise. Final week of the season. Here we go. You win, you're in. That's what we got to do. We got to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers here in Week 18, go to 11-6, and a chance to get into the playoffs. Right now, you can see we are sitting at the number 6 seed. New England is right behind us at number 7. Kansas City right in front of us at 5. We beat Kansas City, so technically if we win and Kansas City loses, we might hop over them to the 5 seed, but we'll see. Yeah, but the thing is, you got to win this game because New England right there at 7, same record as us. Let's take a look at this AFC crazy standings. Chargers trying to clinch that 1 seed, Ravens and Bills right behind them. There's the Chiefs. You can see we're 10-6. You can see the Patriots at 10-6, and the Dolphins also at 10-6. So, I mean, like I said, you have to win because if the Patriots and Dolphins win, we lose. We're done. We can't lose this game at all. We can't leave it up to chance. Now, looking at tiebreaker situations right now, we have it. I'm trying to look at the AFC divisionals. Right now, we're at 7-4, obviously pending this game. Patriots at 6-6, and then the Dolphins at 6-5. So, I'm thinking possibly the Patriots are done. So if we win and say the Dolphins win, did the Dolphins, say if everybody wins, did the Dolphins go over New England? I'm not sure how their tiebreaker works as well. I think with a 3-team tie, it doesn't matter with it being in division. I'm not sure how that works. And sometimes Madden tiebreakers, not always the greatest scenario as well. But for us, you just win, you're in. That's it. As for this AFC South, take a look at this. The Jaguars have lost 4 in a row. Titans, if they win, Jaguars lose, I mean, there's a possibility that they are in. But still, it's crazy, the Jaguars. All they needed to win was like 1 game in the last 3 weeks, and they would have clinched. NFC, you got San Francisco and Dallas, but the Eagles are still alive. Same with the Lions for the chance for the number 1 seed. Pretty much everything is clinched in the AFC. It's all about seeding right now. So we'll see what happens. Because, yeah, the Eagles could win that division. Cowboys could be, the 1 seed or down in a wild card. It's just crazy to see in the NFC. But everything's pretty much clinched there. It's now just about the AFC, these final wild card spots as we take on the Steelers right now at 5-11. Their season hasn't really gone as they wanted it to. So we got a team that's obviously struggling. We got no fear coming into this game. They're going to have a solid defense as always. TJ Watt is going to be tough to deal with, so we'll have to, deal with that. Offensively, they don't have really, Pickens maybe a guy that kind of scares you, but other than that, I don't think so. So I think offensively, nothing that really scares us, even though defensively we're ranked 32nd in the league and always seem to have troubles in the pass game. But I think this is one of those games where our pass defense should step up and play well. As Amari Burney, up to now at 83 overall, 84 with the morale. You can see, man, he is up to 97 acceleration. Did not even recognize that. 77 play rec. He's getting up there. He's got these superstar abilities. So one locks at 85 overall. Right now we got closers. Let's see if any more opened up, obviously, since he gets better and better. Let's probably change a couple of these up. That one's pretty good. Reach out and engage. Once you're engaged in a block, you can still tackle. I think I like that one. And I'm fine with strip specialist. That's perfectly fine. But I like that reach elite. All right, during practice, let's see what we got here. All right, Bates is going to be out with an ACL sprain. So Gabe Jackson probably going to move in. Maybe Hayden Short will get the start there today. Defensively, it's going to be Christopher Smith. All right, so that means Epps is going to definitely get the start here. Smith is out with the PCL sprain. And here we go. Week 18. We are, thinking back at it, we're the hottest team in football. We are. You go back to that bye week, we were 2-5, going in the game against Baltimore. And we're just been on an absolute roll, only losing once since then, and that was to Kansas City in that 50-45 absolute shootout. So we are a hot team, and if we can get into the playoffs here, you better watch out because you just never know what can happen in a single game. I mean, just never know. So Trey Lance, 11 touchdowns, 4 picks. He has played very well, and we'll get, obviously, Jacobs involved. He's going to be a catalyst to this offense as we swing it out to Jacobs. Breaks off the 1 tackle and he is going to be down at the 30-yard line. So obviously, like I said, Pittsburgh's defense, you know they're always going to be solid, going to give you a lot of pass rush, so it's going to be tough against them. Over the middle, that's caught. Jacoby Myers has got himself a first down up to the 42-yard line. So yeah, mixing up this offensive line with no Bates. You know, on the right side, you know, T.J. Watt's going to move around. We'll have to definitely watch him for sure because he can be very disruptive. And the run game up front, solid as well, as Jacobs is only going to pick up 2 yards. So the question is, you know, we just got to sustain drives, put them enough points because I think our defense is going to be able to hold them up a little bit. As Michael Mayer with the grab, and that's a first down up to the 34-yard line. So move the chains, solid first drive here, and I think that's huge against teams that don't, you know, the season's over. They're not going anywhere. You don't want to keep them in games. As look out, pressure coming, and down goes Lance. Boogie Basham with the sack. Yeah, it's huge. You want to get a big lead on teams like this just to kind of put them out of their misery. But if you let them hang around a little bit, these are professionals. You know, they're going to have momentum. They're going to be there. As that's going to be a stop and probably a punt because of that sack. So we're going to punt this away. See if we can pin him deep here. As Cole with the punt, and this should be pretty good, looking pretty good. And it's out at the 1-yard line. Cannot complain with that. As here comes Kenny Pickett in this Pittsburgh offense. No Najee Harris. He is done for the season. So Pickett, 24 touchdowns, 8 picks, just only over 3,000 yards passing. Not very high. As this offense comes out in a goal line formation, and now they're going to audible. And they're going to throw the ball. Pickett throws it to a wide open Pat Freiermuth. So the confusion helps out this Pittsburgh offense. Finds Freiermuth, and just like that, they're up to the 46-yard line in one play. So what just happened there? So Pittsburgh works out in their favor. Over the middle, that's going to be caught. Completed over to the 41-yard line, Deontay Johnson. So, man, Pittsburgh's offense, hey, give them credit. That was pretty nice. I thought for sure coming out from the run from the 1-yard line is that's going to be a mistake, though. Tyreek Patterson undercuts it and picks it off. Oh, that's huge. Because I'll tell you what, Pittsburgh had the pure momentum of this game, 100% right there with that huge play to Freiermuth, but it's just taken away in an instant by Patterson. And we'll take the ball over down at the 45-yard line. But look out. Trey Lance is going to be taken down. DeLawrence Armstrong, I believe T.J. Watt was there as well. And now a 3rd and 15, a position you do not want to be against this defense. Not at all. Look out. T.J. Watt with the sack. Yeah, he got in there very quickly. Very quickly. Already the 3rd sack for Pittsburgh, so the pick goes nowhere. Still a 0-0 game here. As here comes Pickett throwing, but that's going to be knocked away. Looking for Freiermuth again, but Trayvon Merrick is there to knock it away. So 3rd and 10, they're going to go empty here. We're going to bring 4, drop him back. Pickett looking down the field. He has the ability to run. He'll take off here, and they will give him the spot. So he will have enough there for the first down. David Long tried to come up and make the tackle. Just not enough. I believe he did stretch forward just a tad bit, so it worked out in the favor. The run up the middle by the rookie Jones. Not picking up too much there. Like I said, no Najee Harris. He is done for the season. So, not going to get... I don't know. We'll see the production in the running game. It's always very odd to see a Steeler team. And, you know, obviously Ben Roethlisberger, you think about it, the pass first kind of type deal. But still, you're so used to Pittsburgh, you know, football being run the ball, play defense. And you thought that you were going to get that with Najee Harris. But I'll tell you what, so far in his NFL career, it just hasn't been anything too exciting. It's not really been a whole thing. So I don't know. I mean, I think he's a solid and talented running back. It just hasn't worked out for them yet. It hasn't worked out for him this year. So we'll see what they do next offseason. 2nd and 9 for this offense. Over the middle, caught by Jalen Hyatt. Not a whole lot there, and that's what we're going to have to probably do. Get the ball out of our hands quickly. You know, kind of negate this pass rush. And a 3rd down and 3. Lance, the throw, firing. Has Jacoby Myers, and there's the missed tackle. Room to run. He gets up to the 46-yard line. More of a defensive type game here today, as obviously near halfway into the second quarter and still no score on the board. So we set up a screen. Got Edwards-Hilaire. Gets up to the outside, breaks another tackle, goes forward. He's up to the 40-yard line, and that's going to be a first down, as this is the best drive we have had the entire game here so far. Looking to put up some points. 2nd and 7. Jacobs. This might be the best run of the game. Cuts it up the field. He's got a first down up to the 26-yard line as he is trying to secure that rushing title this year. So 21-yard line. Just got to be careful here with the ball, obviously, because this defense can create turnovers as Jalen Hyatt cuts it up, and he's got a first down there in the pitch. Yeah, they can create turnovers. So, just be careful with the ball right now the way our defense is playing. Field goals aren't too bad in this game. This isn't playing the Kansas City Chiefs, but you know what? We're going to take a touchdown. Jakobi Meyers. Great job hanging on to that ball, knowing you're going to take a hit right there at the goal line, and he is in for the score. Great throw there from Trey Lance. We'll take the lead here, 7-0. And just, rely on our defense, which is playing very well today, as Hobbs is going to have himself a pick. Man, I wish they didn't do that thing where kind of like it goes backwards a little bit, because Hobbs would have been in for the pick 6. But he picks it off. Another undercut interception. We'll pick it off here for the second time as Hobbs makes a great play. Take a look at the read on this one. Just sees it perfectly. Playing man-to-man. Doesn't fall for it. And, that's just a great play. And now we got some very good field position here, as Jakobi Meyers has been the good receiver here so far. 37 yards in the touchdown. And now we're going to look for one 1st and 10. Have another chance for a touchdown, but just a tad bit overthrown. Falls incomplete. Man, that should have been 6. 2nd and 10 as we hand off to Jacobs, and Watt just came straight through. Probably should have Michael Mayer, fully blocking TJ Watt. That's probably not a good idea. 3rd and 12, and trying to throw it, trying to step up in the pocket, but Boogie Basham is right there for another sack. So we'll get 3 out of it, but hey, we'll take the 3. 10-0 lead. Pickett to throw, goes underneath to Jones. That's going to pick up around 7. So 2nd down and 3. So we've hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Pickett to throw. The middle. That's going to be caught by Pickens, and that's in a first. As now they're going to hurry up here. Trying to get some points here before halftime. Pickett to throw to the outside, and that's going to be, I thought it was going to be caught at first, but man, all right, just a little bit outside, falls incomplete. I don't know if Pickett just did not see it, Pickens didn't see it there, as they set up a screen to Jones. Jones makes a nice move, cuts it to the outside, but the ball is loose. Epps is there to recover it, and that was definitely a fumble. The question is, who knocked it out? That ball was out right away. Let's take a look at this replay. Held up by Merrick, and Tyreek Patterson comes over and just punches the ball loose there. Epps with the recovery. And Pittsburgh, man, it's just nothing's really working for him offensively in this game right now. As Joseph Good with the catch. Got a minute left here in this first half. Try to at least pick up some more points, as Jacobs is not going to get anywhere there. He is stopped by Cole Holcomb. So I guess you try a 57-yarder here, or do you go for it? That was just a great defensive stop. We're going to go for it here. 4th and 1. Instead of going for the long field goal, we're going to move Mayer over, set up Jacobs here for a run. Come on, O-line block. Jacobs through for the first down. There we go. All right. Up to the 36-yard line. We'll use another timeout. We got 15 seconds left. Lance looking. Stepping up, just slide down, pick up some yardage, let this roll down to about 3 seconds. We'll call a timeout here. Set up a field goal attempt here by Carlson. And the kick is going to be up, and it is going to be good right down the middle. So get another turnover, get some more points off it, and we'll go into halftime up 13-10. So right now, not worried about any other scores. Just continue what we're doing. Win this game, and we are in the playoffs. Who would have thought that? Like I said, 2-5, at the bye, who would have thought we would right now? At that moment in time, I thought we were done. I thought season's probably over. It's done. But here we are. As Cincinnati they are eliminated pretty much. So they are going to miss the playoffs this year. No Bengals in the playoffs. Ravens looking for that 1 seed. Right now beating the Browns 17-7. But obviously the Chargers, all they had to do was win. And they secure that number 1 seed in the AFC and the bye. And we'll go down to Kansas City and Jacksonville. Kansas City did win 27-21. Man, the Jags. I think they have to check the Tennessee score, but man, Jacksonville, what happened there? One of the top AFC teams lose their final 5 games, 6 games maybe, and man, that's just like that. As this one just floated up by Pickett, it's gonna fall incomplete. As the Tennessee Titans did lose, so by default, Jacksonville wins the division, and you can see with the Chargers win there. The Chargers have clinched the number 1 seed, so things kind of falling into place here. Is Divine Diablo with the sack. Back to the 14-yard line. So a 3rd and 21. Another screen pass. It's actually a tight end screen to Freiermuth, and that's not going anywhere, as that is going to be another stop. And man, this defense is just playing fantastic ball today, as Pittsburgh hasn't really got anything. And they literally have gotten anything, but, even if they've gotten down the field, we've created turnovers. It's just been really, really good. And really, our offense, we just haven't, you don't have to do much. I'm telling you, like I said earlier, field goals have been enough. Maybe that 1 touchdown probably could be enough right now, as Jacoby Myers down the field, completion on 3rd down, 1st down up to the 34-yard line. And yeah, maybe that 1 touchdown, the way this is going, might be good. Don't turn the ball over. That's the thing. As Jacobs, nice carry down the field, 1st down up to the 19-yard line. And that's going to be huge right now. You know what? Ball security, no picks. Don't, make them force their way back into this game. Don't hand them anything over. That's what we don't want. And it's exactly what I just said. Oh, come on. Holcomb with the pick, just undercuts it perfectly. And that takes points away from us. Just a great play. Just a great play. Just perfectly came down on it, and he picks it off. Maybe a little behind Michael Mayer. You could have thrown it more in front of him, so maybe it's just a bad pass as well. But exactly what I said. You don't want to just give him a turnover, and then the momentum switches around. So how can our defense respond to that? As Freiermuth with the catch, and he's got a 1st down up to the 30-yard line. He has really been the go-to target here for Kenny Pickett. You haven't seen really anybody else. It's Pickett looking underneath. And, oh, man, that is a huge drop. There was just nothing but green grass in front of him. Man, that is huge. 3rd and 4. To the outside. That's going to be caught by Pickens, and he has himself a 1st down up to the 50-yard line. Looking more at the scores, you saw the Dolphins won 35-0 over the Jets. So they're trying to sneak into the playoffs, get that last spot over New England. As Jones with the carry, and he'll have himself a 1st down. So maybe the best drive of the game going here for Pittsburgh up to the 39-yard line. 2nd and 3. Bringing the heat up the middle, and Spillane, the former Steeler, with some pressure, forces a incomplete 3rd down and 3. Pickett to throw, and that's going to be defended perfectly there by Hobbs. Falls incomplete. Now, what does Pittsburgh do here? Kick a field goal? Go for it? They're going for it. 4th and 3. Hand off to Jones, and he's going to be stuffed. He's not going anywhere. Luke Burke with the stop, and Pittsburgh's going to turn it over on downs. Great penetration up front. That was fantastic by Poona Ford, and Burke just cleans it up perfectly. Man, you know what? If I'm Pittsburgh there, I'd probably actually take the field goal just to get some points on the board, get some confidence rolling. And now you got a, turnover on downs. So I don't know about that. But I just see below. I didn't even recognize it earlier. New England lost. So with that news, that's probably, I would say, secure us a playoff spot regardless, even though I think we're going to win this game. I think we have now secured a playoff spot. Didn't even recognize that before. And that's going to put Miami in the 7th spot. So I think New England is completely done. Wow. That is huge. I just didn't see the score. Maybe somebody else saw it earlier. I did not see it. And that is a thing too. I wish coming into this game, because this is a 4 o'clock game versus those are the 1:15 games. I wish they had the scenarios coming into the game and told you, like, hey, New England lost, Miami won. You're in, pretty much you've clinched a playoff spot and go on from there. And then now obviously with the starters in, we don't really have to worry too much because, we don't want anybody injured. But that's something they, presentation-wise, they definitely need to improve. And I should know scores going into the game of what is happening. And, I mean, that's the whole big thing of the Week 18. And those last week of the playoffs, it's such, what do we need to do? What do we need to do? It's about the game is going to start as Jacobs is in for the touchdown. And I'd say pretty much clinched this game. This game is more than over now, as I don't think Pittsburgh offense is going to be able to put up that many points here in the final few minutes of this game, as they have yet to even put up anything. Really, just looking for the shutout now, as Joseph Good catches it. Nice diving catch for the 2-point conversion. It's a 21-0 game. But yeah, I would love to see that. Coming into this Week 18 game, they show you the playoff scenarios. Hey, this is what happened earlier. And I wish even if you had like 1 o'clock games, as that's a drop, but a tough catch. Ball a little behind him. Yeah, look, going into the 1 o'clock games, as Pickett's going to go down. Yeah, that would be great. That would be a fantastic presentation type thing coming in. All right, these are the games happening. Here's an update. And you're in the 3rd quarter. This is like a team you need to lose, and they just scored a touchdown to get back within 7. They're losing at the moment, or they're up 7, and it's like you gotta hope they lose, but you gotta concentrate on your game. It really would put so much pressure on you. I feel like sometimes you don't feel that pressure in game, but man, if you had those playoff scenarios going and you saw those scores or you saw updates occasionally, the pressure would definitely start to mount for sure. That would be really, really good. Over the middle, caught Trey Tucker. As you can see, we have put in backups now. 21-0 lead. 4th quarter. There's just no reason to have anybody really in there. We don't want to risk a serious injury to like Jacobs or something. No way. As Justice Hill up the middle. He's got it. Touchdown. Put it in. 28-0 lead. And yeah. Absolute destruction in this game. That's what you wanted to. I mean, our defense just played unbelievable this entire game, and that's going to be your final. 28-0 is your final. We shut out the Pittsburgh Steelers, send them to 5-12 to finish off their season, and with a win, we go to the playoffs. 11-6 is going to be your final record, so that's awesome. I mean, I know I should be more excited, but wow. I mean, we've just been fantastic. We really have. So, what are we, 9-1 in our last 10 games? Like I said, the one loss is to the Kansas City Chiefs, who put up 50 against us. I mean, that's our one loss. We go, 5-1 in the division this year, where last year we went 1-5, just one win over Denver, and that was the first game of the season, the first game of this franchise. That was our only division game win last year, and this year it's a complete reversal. We beat the Chargers twice, we beat the Broncos twice, and 1-1 against Kansas City. I mean, this has really turned into be an unbelievable season. Right now, you'd think more than normally 11-6 might win you a division. We're just missed out on that. And as you can see, we are going to take on the Buffalo Bills in the wild card round. So let's take a look at these final standings. Ravens at 2 seed. The Dolphins make the playoffs. They will be the number 7 seed. So we're going to Buffalo. Kansas City is going to Jacksonville. That's the game that literally just happened. That just happened. Chargers, the 1 seed. So Giants going to Dallas. Green Bay's going to Detroit. And Philadelphia is going to Carolina. Some nice division matchups there. with San Francisco waiting in the wings. Let's take a look at the final standings here. Just look at the record-wise. So Ravens win the division. Bengals miss out on the playoffs. That is a surprising team to miss out on the playoffs. They just struggled this season. But the Jaguars, well, they lose their final 5 games and they're in. That just shows you how bad that division was. Titans at 7-10, Colts 5-12. We'll see if maybe the Texans or somebody can stand out next year. Bills win the division at 13-4. Dolphins get in, and man, the Patriots lose that final game, and they are out. Man. And the Jets were up there at one point this season, but I think they lost 5 straight at one point. Man, this division is crazy. This is why I think it's gonna be rough to really win this division. I mean, we are only a couple of games out. I mean, we beat the Chargers twice, and we're still 2 games out from them. So that tells you something. The Chargers are just a really good team. Won the division 2nd year in a row. But last year did lose in the divisional round. So, they want to make up for that. At least get to an AFC championship game. They're looking for that first Super Bowl. Got the Lions winning the NFC North. That is definitely really cool to see. But the Packers still there. They get a wild card spot. Vikings and Bears fall below. Panthers win that division at 10-7. I mean, that's a poor division too. Cowboys and Eagles right there. Giants do get the final wild card at 8-9. And in the West, the San Francisco 49ers clinched that division like 8 weeks ago. So they're still the number 1 seed. So let's go to final statistics here for the season. Lance with 12 touchdowns, 5 picks. Obviously started the season as the starter. Max Sampson ended up taking over. Sampson played just really, really well. Completion percentage, and only just 54, but trust me, the first couple times he was around, it was like in the 30s. So a lot better. 14 touchdowns, 4 picks. Obviously, we know the story of Max Sampson. He'll be back next year. He will be the starter going forward. Josh Jacobs, nearly 1,700 yards, 17 touchdowns, no fumbles. That's huge. Edwards-Helaire, I thought, performed very, very well. I liked him as a running back, and I like Justice Hill as well. We got Jordan Fleming, who got hurt early in the season when he got 3 carries as the rookie. So we're really good. I think we're really good at skill positions. I have no. Joseph Good goes over 1,000 yards. He has 10 touchdowns. With Jalen Hyatt now stepping up, he comes in 600 yards, 6 touchdowns. Mayer, Jacoby Myers, Trey Tucker, Charlie Kohler. I think we're good at the skill position spot. Running back is really good. We know who our quarterback's going to be. We just got to worry about the offensive line, obviously. Try to just continue to improve that. But offensively, I think at these positions, we're good. I don't know if we really need to acquire anybody, unless somebody just comes out of nowhere. Defensively, it still needs a lot of work. Amari Burney's turning out to be a fantastic linebacker. We've really improved the secondary, but defensive line still needs work. We just got to, I think there's got to be a little bit more consistent pass rush, which hopefully it just gets better. But I think with these corners continuing to grow even to next season, I think it's really just beef up the defensive line, maybe get some interior pressure, which we really haven't had. And if we can draft a guy or maybe bring somebody in, possibly, that could be, something we can do. Because if we can get that interior pressure to go with Crosby and Tyree Wilson, man, that could be deadly. And then you got some really nice corners out there and maybe improve the safety position. So already those are the 2 spots I kind of thinking of as defensive line, safety area. I think safeties in this game, I've said before, don't always do a whole lot. I would love to have like a playmaker safety. That would be great. Obviously we'd love like an Ed Reed or something, but I don't know. You're going to easily come up with something like that. Maybe like a Buda Baker. I don't know. We'll see. Let's go to league leaders. Patrick Mahomes throws over 5,000 yards. Once again, he is the only one. Still think these passing yard numbers are down. Still think they need work. Rob Kramer, the rookie, first quarterback taken, 20 touchdowns, 19 picks on the season. But yeah, these yardage numbers need to really go up, especially with the extra game. There's too many guys in the 3,000 yards. There's just no way. A lot of these guys would be in the 4,000 yard category easily. As Will Levis looks like he is the starter for Tennessee right now. Richardson, we'll see how he develops. Mike White obviously got some time, but Tua, hurt for a while, but I think he is back now. Dak's going to lead the league in touchdowns with 44 touchdowns. Mahomes, Burrow, Purdy, Herbert. Now, does Kirk Cousins go back to the Vikings? That'll be interesting. Josh Allen, who we're about to take on, he only had one pick the entire season. One interception. That is crazy. Jacobs is going to win the rushing title, so that is awesome. We beat out Derrick Henry on less attempts as well. Yeah, I think the rushing yards, I don't know. I think maybe a little high. There's maybe too many guys over 1,000 yards where I think you can up the passing yards. Obviously, in this day and age, there's not many one running back guy. It's usually at least 2, maybe 3. As we tied for the lead in touchdowns as well with Austin Eckler. So that is cool. We win the rushing touchdown and tied there with the touchdown number. Pierce, Swift, Taylor. There's Brian Robinson up there. Jalen Hurts actually had 11 rushing touchdowns. So Jalen Hurts, a solid season. Receiving-wise, Cooper Kupp. I mean, the dude just catches it all the time. Puka Nacua, I will tell you guys that I did up him a little bit. Obviously, he deserves it. I think he deserves it because the dude is just ridiculous in real life. But still, he's not up to Cooper Kupp level at all. I mean, Cooper Kupp's just an absolute catch machine. Rashee Rice is going to lead the league in receiving yards. Going down the list here, you can see Joseph Good is right there. So he's up there. He's in the top, 15? So we'll take that. Great rookie season from Joseph Good. As for touchdowns, Deebo Samuel had 20 touchdowns. Donovan Peoples-Jones had 19. Chase up there with 15. Man, 20 touchdowns for Deebo. That is insane. Devontae Smith up there. Rashee Rice. There's Kelsey, who we'll have to check on later, the numbers on Kelsey, because he has to be very close to career numbers. He is just continuously putting up numbers after numbers. Patrick Queen is going to lead the league in total tackles. Almost signed him. You know, we had Diablo and Spillane. I was like, we don't need a linebacker. Do I regret that? I don't know. There's a rookie, Cormonte Monk from Seattle. He's up there in tackles. That is good to see some young linebackers out of the draft class. Cool to see. Amari Burney actually led the league in TFLs, 29. That's pretty good for a linebacker. And Bacady, but he's more of a 3-4 guy. Aiden Hutchinson, 17 sacks, tied with Chris Jones, Parson, Donald, Brian Burns, Quinton Williams, Jonathan Allen. Brian Burns is going to be an interesting one. Could be up on the trade block. I don't know if we would go get him, obviously, but we'll see if he possibly moves, as Carolina might be looking to, I don't know. They're not really rebuilding, but, that could be a team that could be thinking about something. But Tyreek Patterson leads the league in picks. Easily going to be your defensive rookie of the year, 100%. So that is awesome there. So great to see that as we lead the league in picks. And that is going to do it for here. That's good. We got Buffalo on the docket, playoffs. This is just, I thought maybe we have a chance at the playoffs this year, but I didn't think so. I mean, that's why pick 7 wins. But here we are. We are in the playoffs, and once you're in the playoffs, you just never know what's going to happen. One game, you just never know. So we got to go into Buffalo and play our best football and try to get a win there to move on. But that is going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the support. I appreciate it. Hit that like, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.